Hello everybody, welcome back. Shivam is here and today we are going to build crazy GraphQL APIs using Amazon AppSync or AWS AppSync, and we will be using velocity templating language. No, we won't be using Lambda. I know it's going to be like it's difficult to grab all these things. That's why I am making this tutorial. And also we will be using Cognito user pool to make sure that our user is authenticated as well. It won't be too complicated because I am here, and yeah, so let's get started. Shivam is here, so you don't need to go anywhere. Welcome to CreativeJE. So first of all, you will need an AWS account. I assume you already have one AWS account, don't you? That's why you are watching this video. Yes, you are. Okay, so guys, look here. So here is this. What do you see? This is user pool. So all you need to do is, like, if you don't know how to manage and use Amazon Cognito pool, so you will have to just go to this Cognito and type in the search bar, and you will see all this Cognito user pool. If I'll open, you will see all the users here. So some of them are confirmed and some are not. So you will be needing a Cognito account to log in, then only you will be able to perform any sorts of request. Okay, so let me just grab some stuffs here. So I'll also be teaching you a bit of GraphQL as well. Yes. How can I not? I won't tell you to just go somewhere and look for that. So this is the main stuff like which I was using to experiment. I'm building a music app. So as you can see, all these stuff. So this is the whole song stuffs, but I will just make a small collection. I'll show you just a small version of this, and this is the website where you can come and like use this visual thing to create this GraphQL schema. But I did the reverse thing. I coded it, and I am just because I'm using this because this has some validation and auto completion. That's it. And second thing, we will be needing DynamoDB as well. I forgot to tell you in the intro that we are also going to use DynamoDB to store and retrieve all of our albums. Not albums, all the songs. Okay, so here we make this stuff, and I'll show you this. Where is this schema? Let me load this thing up. I'll zoom into it. Give me a sec. Yeah, so here is our entity. We will only be making this song entity, and we will have this primary key with username, and song sort key. As this is partition key, this is sort key. It's so confusing, right? And another thing we will have here is like okay, so here we will have this will be song. Okay, so in the partition key of, we will also be using GSIs. This is global secondary indexes, and again we will have this so that we can grab the song of the user. This is bit of DynamoDB schema design. All right, and we also have this like count. So I will just be keeping the like count for right now instead of dislike count as well. Yeah. Okay, so here all right, so now what we need to do is like here is my DB, but right now I'll go to the DynamoDB and I'll create a table. Go to AppSync. I'll be creating AWS AppSync, and here I'll just create this. I already have two, like I'll just create another API, and I'll click on build from scratch because you can use CDK as well to do all this stuff which I do for production. So test music, you can put any name you want. and I hit create. So here you can see like they are telling you how you can integrate with your Android or iOS or JavaScript just using Amplify, and you can use all the code generation to generate all the TypeScript libraries for GraphQL. Okay guys, and now let's click on edit a schema, and you can see this is the basic schema. All right, I'll teach you how to make resolvers as well, so just stay tuned. Like let's are we done? Like create index? Nope. So let's wait a bit more, then I'll walk you through the GraphQL. So okay, so let's build this schema. I'll create a new file called I'll just add here is this song schema. I'll walk you through. I'll just make a basic schema. So I'll go here and I'll create a song.schema, song.gql or GraphQL, whatever you want to call it. So here you need to keep few things in mind. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so let's just do, first we have few things. First we have type, second we have input, and yeah, that's it. We also have enum. So first let's build a song input. Song input means the how user will create a new song. So when user like puts a new song in the database, so for that what we will do, we will create a input and I'll call it song input. Okay, and let's create an enum as well. So enum is something like you can have like genres. So I'll just create this, like I can do like pop and jazz, I don't know, maybe. Okay, yeah. So and rock as well maybe. So you can use this depending on your case. So yeah, that's it. So song input. So first we will take the title of the song and we specify the type. So it's going to be a string. So to make this as a required field, so I'll just add an exclamation mark. Okay, so that's how you make things optional and required. It's that simple. Okay, and then let's add a few more stuff. Let's add what do you say, release date, and this will also be string. This is also required. And let's create an artist. So artist will have three things. So input, we will again create input, so it will be artist input, and I'll just do name, and it will be string as well, name and ID. Not three things, just two things. Okay, so this will be an array. So I'll do artist input. If I want this to be required, like if I want all the stuffs inside this to be required, so I can do this and this. So what it means is like all the fields inside artist input is required, and also we can't send an empty artist. Yeah, because artist is required. So we can also put lyrics, which will be string as well, but this will be optional. Okay, so if someone does not want to put lyrics, they won't. It's that simple. And we will have one I had I had a lot of stuff, so let me just check. Yeah, genre, I was missing that. So to use that I can just do genre. Okay, I think this is going to be it for the song input. So now what we need to do is like we need to make mutations. Okay, so if you go here, you can see like we have this schema and we have this where is it, type. I should bring this down. Okay, so here we have query and response. Okay, this response is again type. And where is my mutation? Yeah, so we need 3 more things to able to use anything. Okay, so I'll make this mutation, and there is this query, so we will do the same type mutation. This can be empty, and we can do type query, and then we will have to do is type schema. Was it? No, not type, just schema. Query and mutation. Query will be query and mutation will be mutation, right? Obviously, that's, we are just mapping stuff, and here we will just make a query. So how it works is like, so first we call this like a put song. So we will put a song. Put song is not query, put song is mutation, obviously. So query means if we want to get something from it, then only we use query. To update stuffs, to put stuffs, we use mutations in GraphQL. Okay, so we will just do put song, and it will take all this song input. Okay, so I'll do input, and then I'll do song input. Okay, and it can return stuffs, right? So if we go back here, so you can see it returns this response. Okay, so I'm not going I'm just like, instead of okay, this is what we need. And response can be, let's make another type for it. So type response, and I'm just making this success true, something like this, because you have to return something from the GraphQL. But DynamoDB does not return you the object which is being updated, so I don't see the reason to like return the updated object. If it's success, it means like the DB is updated. It's pretty simple. So we are done here. So if I save it, it should format. Is it already formatted? I'll just copy this, and I'll come here. Let's try to save index again. I don't know what is happening in this. Let's go to AppSync. I'll remove all this thing, and I'll put my schema. Yeah, it is saying query cannot be empty, so let's remove the query for now, or let's just comment it out. Okay, oh no. Okay, so get song, and we will just get the song ID, which will be a string, and it will return, I don't know, song string. Okay, so we have made some mistakes here. This will be boolean, obviously. And here let's also add a query, get song by ID, and we will have song ID, which will be string, and it will also, right now let's just return this response. Yeah, it's formatted now, so it means it worked. Let's copy paste it here again. Okay, and as you can see, we have got all the genre, all the artist input, all the song input, and we have this response, and we have this mutation. Okay, so this is, let's save this schema. Then we will be attaching resolvers here. So let's create new table, and my songs, and partition key pk, and this will be sk. Make sure to keep both these strings. Customize setting on demand. Yeah, let's, and here we can create a global index here only. So this will be gsi1 pk, and secondary key will be gsi1 sk, and index will be gsi1 index. And let's create index. Let's add one more index for likes. Okay, so we will do gsi2 pk and gsi2 sk. Okay, and the like will be in number. Okay, so we will also do this gsi2 index, create index, and we have got these two index. Make sure to put the proper name, and yeah, let's create table. So it is being created. It will take a bit of time, and in the meanwhile, let's create the query. So here we made this input, but for like returning something, we will have to create this what we are going to return. So we can just copy this right now, and I can create a type for this. So we won't be able to pass, like if I do type song output. Okay, also this artist input won't take here because this is an input, so we will have to convert this to type as well. So I will do artist output. Okay, if I save this, yeah, it's good, no errors so far. And here we are going to return this. We will also be returning the song ID, so it will be a string as well. And we can remove all these, we are not required here. So song output will have ID, title, release date, artist, lyrics, genre. Okay, that's it, my friend. So instead of not here, so instead of returning response, what we will return is song output. Okay, this is how things work in this world. And here we also need to update artist output. Okay, and save it, and I'll copy it, and our DB is created. We don't need to do anything. Here is this my songs, and where we were. So here I am. Let me edit this once again. No errors. Let's save schema. It's saved. Now go to data sources. You do not have any data source, so we will add a data source. So data source songs, you can put any name. Here we will select DynamoDB. We will select the region, which is Southeast 1. That's Singapore. And table name my songs. Yeah, I think this was the. So create AppSync role. You can choose an existing role as well. I'll have to let's just create a new role. That's it. So let's just create this. Okay, don't enable anything else. So we have created this data source, and also now what we need to do is go in settings and go on authorization. So we will be adding this Cognito user pool, and then we will select the region, same thing, AP Southeast 1. Then we select the user pool. This is all user pool which I showed you here, so I am just going to use the previous one, and I don't need to do anything else, so I'll just save this up. You can also enable X-ray. So what it will do, you can go to the X-ray logs and see where things went wrong or horrible or whatever the fuck happened. Okay guys, so now let's go to schema again, and we will go in this mutation so that we can put song there. Okay, now click on attach. So data source will be song. You can also add multiple DynamoDB tables and fetch from that. So as you can see, they gave you a basic example, and here is this link, and I will open this here again. They'll teach you some velocity stuff. This is the same link. So here, let me zoom this more. So resolver mapping template overview. So this is like Apache velocity template language. This is VTL, VTS, VTL. It's so confusing. So as you can see, here is this operation put item. So if you go here, resolver for mapping for DynamoDB, so here we have this put item, and this is the syntax. Okay, so I will just copy this whole thing to DynamoDB. Here we have some utils, so I'll just comment this up and I'll just put it below. Okay, and we had key for like pk. I'll close this up. So this was pk, right, and this was sk. So how we will get this pk? So pk will be our user id. If you go here and check, our pk is username. So to get the username, we can simply like put this quotes like this. There are two things. So you can use this to map value JSON, something like this, or to like put this in the syntax. You will have to do it like this, and you will have to put like s and then this. Okay, so let's do this like pk we will do this way, and sk we will do the using the util. Okay, and to get the primary key, we can use template literals here. So this is same as JavaScript template literal. We just, instead of backticks, we just put quotes, right? That's easy. So we will have this user, and we will have the hash, and then we will put the but how do we get that? So we have something called ctx, which is context. You can type this context by yourself, or you can just do ctx dot args, not args. So yeah, to get the identity. So if I, where is this test? I can't see test. I think I'll have to save this up. So we get this identity, and then we will have to do username. Okay, so this way we get the user id. So this is the user id. Okay, I'll just click on explore table items, and as you can see, there is nothing here. So and here we have this attribute values, but let's just do our util thing. So I'll do $. So util dot DynamoDB dot to map DynamoDB dot to map JSON. Okay, so or we can do to map values, I think. Yeah, and here these are the utilities. What it will do, it will just do the same thing. It will take out the data type, so whatever like the song ID which we will generate. So if you go in the resolver mapping template, and here you click on utility reference, and like first thing is like QR is quite, and like it's the same thing. Let's now go to where is the generator. So I think let's just find the ULID. So as you can see, this is the ULID and auto ID. So it will generate like sortable ID. So when you are getting creating that, so like you can use it, uses the time as well. So to do that, we can do two things. We can create a variable. So I'll show you how we create variables. If you go in the tutorial here, so if you go to programming guide, so they show you how to create a variable. So you do this hash set, and then you do that. So okay, so hash set, and we get this $. Variable. So I'll just do song ID. We are generating the song ID here. So we will just do $util dot auto ULID. Okay, so this will generate us a ULID, ULID, whatever you want to call. And to pass it here, I can just do, I think, $song ID. But the thing is, if you go here, so it is like song hash. So again, we will have to use template literal here as well. So not totally bad, but no. So we will do song hash, and here we close this. Okay, and in this attribute values, it's pretty obvious. What we are going to do is so we will map this to JSON. Okay, so we will do that util thing util.dynamodb.map. So, and what we will get, like when we will get is like this is CTX, this is the same thing. So what it does is like it just prints us the whatever we passed. So we do ctx.args or arguments, it's the same alias, and we can also put condition as well and version as well. I am not going to use this, so let's leave it like this. Okay, so this is all we need for putting that item. Here we are generating a ULID, and then we are adding this variable here, and here we are doing this manually to map values stuff. I think we will need to do the same to map. Yeah, this works. I'm not sure if other things will work or not, and I'll just delete this thing. So let's save this resolver, and we will create a new context for and here we will add this Cognito user pool and add a test name. I'll call test, and input title, release date, lyrics, it added by itself. And here is this my username, so I'll put Shivam123 whatever the hell I have. So you can also use claim, source IP and all that logic here. So and result success, it will be true. And let's save this and run the test. And as you can see, we get this success, and what it outputted, what this thing outputs is like it's pretty simple. This, as I told you, like this will, the util function will convert this to this thing only. And here is this song ID as well. So the thing is, song ID here, it is like in the test they are not executing this ULID stuff, but auto ID just works. If I'll just do this auto ID, So it will work if I click on run test. So as you can see, this generated a random ID, but I'll keep this ulid because if I in future if I need to find when this thing was created, I can just use this ulid. Okay, I'll just save this resolver. Now let's go back here in this AWS AppSync. Click on go to this queries, and here I'll have to log in. So I'll select this. I'll log in with a created account which I already have. Okay, and if you go on query and mutation, I'll click on mutation and click on this plus. So here we get this put song, and here we get this input. So just click on, we will also check this success. It means what we want in return, and we have this artist which we need to put. So let's put Shivam, and name is like ID is Shivam, name is also Shivam, ID let's make it 101, and genre, like we can I should have made this important as well. Means I should have required this, so like I can just make it jazz lyrics, I don't know it. So release date, we can just put this ISO date. I have this tool called DevToys. I'll just copy this up and I'll go here and I'll paste this date in UTC ISO, and title is required YouTube like me or not. Okay, so if I run this, let's see what happens. Error. Okay, so for attribute values, so let me just open this in new tab, and I'll again go here. I'll just filter with mutation, and here is our songs, and instead of this to DynamoDB JSON, here we will just do to map to values. So what this will do, I'll just run the test to show you. Run test, map values, JSON I forgot. Okay, let's run this test again. So yeah, this is the format. I think we need to make this ctx.args.input, then like it will make this as parent. So if I run the test, yeah, this is what we need. So let's save this resolver and try again. So as you can see, we get this success null because we have not defined the return resolver. But if I go here and if I like refresh, scan, run, so as you can see, we get this user ID. I'll just, okay, yeah, perfect. So I'll zoom in a bit, and so here is this title, here is this song ID, here is this user ID. This is same as here, so this is 19, this is same. Okay, and what else we need? So the thing we don't have as global secondary indexes. To make that, so what we will do is we will just go in our AppSync here where we create our resolver. So what we will be doing is we will be storing this first, okay, input. So I'll just do hash set again. So I'll name it what do you say, attr val, something like that, and I can just do $ctx.args.input. so whatever we send this from this input, so this is the input, okay, we get here. So we could have just like sent it all that thing in args, but let's keep it this way. So I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to explain. Alright, so we stored this in attribute value. This is how we set the value, and what we will be doing now is, so we will add stuffs here. So we need to put this. So if we go here again, so if we check, yeah, we have this song and this song ID. Yeah, same thing. We already, this will be hard coded. So if I go here in this, I need to modify the attribute. So I'll do hash. There are multiple ways. I'll show you attr_val, and I'll do dot gsi1 pk. It will be equals to song, right? Let's run the test and see. As you can see, we get this gsi1 pk as song, and there is one another way as well. So let me show you that. So it's called put. Okay, so $attr_val dot put. Okay, this is an object. This works on object only. So this is map. So if you go in this, and here they have maps. Where is it? Yeah, this is the map. They are showing like JSON properties and how you can do like all that stuffs. This is the put which we will use. Okay, so first what we need is like, let's put gsi1sk, and then we put the value. So the value will be same. Okay, song ID is song ID right now, so don't worry, because ULIT does not work. Amazon, please fix this. So what you see here is this line is also getting printed, and our JSON will be hampered. To silence that thing, what we have is $util dot what it was, it's QR, quite. It's, I don't know why they are calling it. So if I run the test again, so this value is here. So if I run this test again, this is gone, and our GraphQL API won't be throwing error. And here what we have to do is we have to just make this JSON and tell success, 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 and we will hard code and we will send true. Maybe this works. Let's run test. Yeah, now let's save this thing up. Now put again, let's like me or not, the version 2 has arrived, and this is pop. I don't know how that works. And artist ID, like you can keep same. So if we do this, success is still null. No idea why. Oh, there is only one C. So let's fix it here. So if I do one and save resolver, let's go to DynamoDB and check if we get the SK or not. So as you can see, like we have this GSI as well. So now we have another access pattern. So like we can specify the song, and then we can specify this song GSI1sk, and then we can get this object, get this record. So I'll delete this first one, and action delete items. Yes. And it's gone now. So now I'll go here and I'll just put again. So again success is null. SUCCESS, success. Let's just fix it for all. Like I'll save this, and I'll have to edit the schema again. So I'll go to schema, and I'll do the success thing, SUCCESS, and I'll save the schema, and it's still updating. It's updated. Now go to queries, and here it should be SUCCESS. Let's put this again, and yeah, here we go. So we get this true thing, and if we go, we should have 3 items. Yeah, obviously. I'll just put some more. What happened? How did it change? Okay, no problem. So I'll just run this few more times so that it works every time. I am not counting how many times it will work. I'll just add, I am adding like I am last, I'll do I am lost or like something like this. So this will be like in another pages, I am lost too. I'll also be showing you how to add pagination so you can do the real world projects instead of making tiny miny teeny stuff. So, and if we refresh it here, so as you can see we have all this way more than like we have 19 items right now, and here we have this I don't know, I am lost, lyrics is here, I'm lost too. Okay, so I have modified the response of our mutation a bit so that instead of just returning the status, we are returning the actual ID and actual result which was sent from the DynamoDB. So to do this, it is pretty simple. We are just storing this result in a variable, and then we are adding an ID from the sort key to this res variable, and then we are just returning this using JSON. So now let's test this. I'll go here in this query editor, and I have this mutation here. Like you can select whatever you want, so pop, jazz, ID 1 2 3 4, and if we do so, we get this like whole stuff, and we can see like this is the data which was generated and sent into the DynamoDB. So it will be helpful as well to debug stuff, so what is going, and if we want to get this ID, here we have this ID, so we can just copy this thing. So let's just copy it, and we will get rid of mutation, and we will do query, and we will get song by ID, and I'll put the song ID here, and let's get title, release date, lyrics, ID, genre, and also let's get the artist name, and hit run. And as you can see, we get the artist, we get the title, we get the lyrics, and we get the ID. That's perfect. Hello everyone, I welcome you back again. So now what we are going to do, so we will be making queries, right? Yes, we will make queries now. So I am in the wrong project, so I'll minimize this. Let me minimize this as well, yeah, here we go, here we have this. Okay, so here we have this get song by ID, and we will give the song output. Okay, now let's write the resolver for this. So let's get back here, so not here, here, yeah. So here we don't have much of the stuffs, so I'll just do cancel, or let's save again and let's do cancel. So our this thing is working perfectly, so we are able to put all these songs here, as you can see. And now what we need to do is like pull them from the APIs using the GraphQL API, pull it from here. So if I'll go to this query, and I'll add here. So if I do get song by ID, I'll pass the ID, and I should be able to get this song. So let me delete this mutation. We have enough songs, right? I added a lot of songs. So now let's go to query. So here I'll attach another resolver, same, and you can like click here get items by ID. So you can see all these sample list here. So but I'll just keep it like a list item, put S3 item with S3. A lot of examples are here. So here is this get item, but the thing is we need to query it. we will pass this song ID. This is the song ID which we are, user will just pass this, and we will be using this GSI, PK and SK to find this up. Okay, so to do that, it is pretty simple. For getting an item, we can only use primary key. Okay, but we have global secondaries index. So what will I do? And here about the security, we also don't want just the artist to pull this, so we could have just done like grabbed the username and then like where is it, let's close this. We could have just grabbed what do you say, this user's ID and then like use this primary key to find that song, but we want anyone who is authenticated to find that song, so we will be using this GSI. So there is this access pattern for that. Okay, so let's build it. So instead of get item, I'll do query, simple query with greater than, I don't know, query with contains, simple query with pagination. Let's do simple query. So if we go here and like go to again the lambda, DynamoDB reference, and here we have this query, so you can see all this stuff. Okay, so I won't copy paste this time, right? Oh no. So here we go. So here we have to specify like, see, expression ID equals to and colon ID. So it's going to be our GSI PK. Okay, GSI 1 primary key. Okay, and we will name this. So in this expression we put the value, so I'll keep it just PK and I'll make it PK. Okay, and we can get the ID from, I think, song ID. Okay, so here when we pass this song by ID, and I can just fill this in. How do I fill it? So let's copy this, I am lost too. Okay, so I'll copy this ID. The ID both here and there are same. I'll put here. Okay, so I have pasted, and let's get title, lyrics, release date and ID. Okay, right now it should crash. Okay, it's failed. Let's log in again. Okay, as you can see we are getting null. Okay, now let's come here again, and here in this GSI 1 PK we will pass PK, and yeah, we can save this up, and yeah, so the thing is this is return single item, return a list of items. So you can see like we get this dot items if we query like and the if we use run the query, we get the array from DynamoDB. So then we will also be needing the song ID as well, so we want here the AND query. Okay, let me go to this DynamoDB key condition document. I'll show you. Here they have and lt equal begins with between and all that stuff. So here is legacy condition. Why they are giving me legacy condition? Amazon DynamoDB API reference and actions, Amazon DynamoDB, and here we should query. Yeah, so in this query, so you can see like all these stuff, but we need, here is this query filter, select as well. I'm not sure where like I found that. So yeah, so here we have like, see, with the partition key like equality. If you also want to provide the condition short key, so we will put this like the song, here it will be song, and then here will be song hash song id, whatever the short key value is. Okay, I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say, right friends? Okay, very good, you guys are awesome. All right, and I'll just type and GSI1, okay, SK equals to, and it will be song id. Okay, so here we are getting like song id. So I should make this song id and then make the pk. So like pk will be this. Make sure to like add colons, don't forget these colons, because it will be a lot of pain in the ass if you forget that. Okay friends, and if I do this and I'll pass s and colon again, I could have just then like to DynamoDB JSON as well, and I'll just type this song. If we go here, so this is what our GSI was. Okay, primary key, partition key of GSI was, and here we had song, but we also had like song hash. So like we can simply do this using song hash, and then put this in curly brace so that we can make it like a template string. And okay, so let's try to evaluate this. Save resolver, select test context, create a new context. Cognito user pool we can choose, but we won't be using anything. So argument song id, let's name it test again. Okay, and click save, run test. So as you can see, GSI1, so we have this as song, this is song hash hello world, which was our id. And also don't forget, like if you are using GSI, you will have to specify index. So let me go here again. So you can see like they had this index thing, and we made the index in DynamoDB as well, called GSI1 index, if you remember. Okay, so I'll do index, and it will be GSI1 dash index. If it doesn't work, we will verify it again, not a problem. So let's save resolver and let's run this query again. And there is error in mapping template, obviously, because this is returning an array, but we want to like return only the first item, because we know there will be only one song. So instead of doing this whole thing, so what we will do is like we will do return dot items. Let me walk you through again this velocity language. So if I go to where is the programming guide, and here I have arrays, and to access that array we use this dot get. Okay, so where is it? So a lot of stuffs are here, but and it is really hard to keep like finding. Like let me just do get. Okay, as you can see, like get 0. So like at the 0 index we will get that value. It is, isn't it cool? Okay, so dot, we will do get, and we will do the 0 index. If it is null, we will get null. Okay, save resolver, and let's play this again. Okay, we missed the comma here. See what kind of horrible mistakes we are doing. Still missing a comma. Why? Why? Let's go through this. Are we missing anything? GSI1 PK, GSI1 SK, colon PK. Let's save resolver again, and also there are some caching issues. Okay, and we got it. So okay, it was caching issue. Definitely you can change the cache settings. So here we get this: I'm lost, lyrics I don't know, release date, and ID is null, because the ID we are saving here, there is no such thing as ID. So here is the fun part, and we have this also appended. So let's fix this. First we will again have to store this thing. So let's make a variable where we will put the result. In this, we need to do it here. So this part is all good, it is working. Now we need to modify the response which is coming back. Okay, so I'll just do has set variable. So I'll say item, okay, or just song equals to, I'll just copy this, cut this thing up, and I'll put it here. So this will be an object or map, whatever you want to say. And now what we want to do is, so this has like ID is in like sort key, yeah. So sort key has this ID, right? So this is PK, this is SK, SK has ID, and even like GSI1 SK has the same ID. Okay, so now let's do this some magic. So set, I already explained how we are setting this value. So now what we need to do is like put the ID here. Okay, so I'll do just the same thing, hash set, and we will do $song.id equals to, and we have this $song.sk. okay, we are just mapping, like putting the sk to id, and in JSON we will just do $song now. Okay, and let's save resolver and run this. And here we go, we got the ID. Okay, not that happy, we still need to get rid of this hash. So if you go in this, and we have strings, so we have this substring method here, just like a Java class. So what we need to do is put the index there, and it will remove that part. Okay, pretty straightforward. And I'll just do dot sub string, and let's count like how many characters. 1 2 1 0 sorry 1 2 3 4 5. Let's try 5. Okay, and save it. Let's see if the ID like song hash is gone or not. It's not saved yet. Substring, I think I am right. Substring. Okay, run again, and here the ID is gone. This is the original ID which the ULIT generated, and the ID is starting from 0 1, all that stuff. Okay, so we made this get song by ID get song by ID query. So now one last thing we need to do is we need to make get all songs. Okay, so let's build this query. So I'll do get all songs, and also we will be adding pagination here as well. So I'll just do get all songs. Okay, and here we need to have like next token, and limit as well, how many. The maximum records we can fetch is only 25. Okay, so we will do next token is string, and you can Like, does it take comma? I don't know. Let's try this next token, and page size, this will be int, integer, and this will return song output. Like, we will be also returning like all songs output. So I'll just create this type. So type all songs output, and it will have this next token which we will return from. It will be coming from DynamoDB, and what we will do is like this will be obviously string, okay, and next thing will be what we will return the songs. Okay, so songs will be in array and song output. Okay, it can be 1 2 3 whatever you want. Okay, let's just save this. It won't save, it won't format. I guess we need to return here all songs output. Let's save again. Yes, it's done. Now let's copy this and update our query. So we will go to queries, no, schema. Yeah, schema. We will do this, and we will do like save schema. It's saved. Yeah, it's green. Schema is up to date. And here is this caching setting. It is none, but still I'm not sure. Let's do this queries again, and we will have put song. Yeah, here we will have like get all songs. Okay, so in the songs we will just keep id, title, lyrics, genre. Okay, remove this mutation, we don't need it. Close this thing, and let's go back to our resolver. So we will again go to query, and we will have a resolver here. Where is it? Let's reload that query. Yeah, here we get this attach. Let's close this, attach. Okay, and same data source, and what we will be doing is we will be running the same query, but instead we will just get rid of that song id. Okay, so let me just copy that thing and paste it here. Okay, I'll copy this up, I'll close this, and I'll paste it here. So instead of adding add, we will just do this. Okay, we don't need the song id. Okay, do you get my point? Yes, you get it, because we are not putting and if we just look up for song, we should be able to get all the songs. Okay, perfect. And yeah, and here we have to return list of items, and here we will be returning the next token as well. So we will have to do is next token, and this I again forgot the quotes. It's so painful to code in here. And next token will be same thing, $ctx dot result dot next token. This is DynamoDB which is giving us the token. Okay, and I don't know, and we will put a comma, and we will send it in a comma, and here we have put songs, and in the songs we will do this. I think this should be fine. For the starters, save resolver, we saved it. Let's run this. Not mutation. What? Why mutation came? Which tab? Okay, this was the tab, so let's get rid of mutation, get all songs, and I won't be sending this next token. I'll just get the ID title. Okay, run this. Okay, we get this ID null, and as you can see, we don't have all the, like, I'm lost too. If I put more data, it won't come. Okay, just trust me. Okay, so what we need to do is, first we need to fix this ID. Again, we will have to map the same way, and we need to put this limit thing. So how do we do it? Is like we already have this index specified, and we can just, I think, put a limit, and yeah, so you can hard code this or get it from the, like, there is also an utility called where was it, util.default to null or blank. So if someone does not pass limit, so let me show you that util. Where is this utility? There are a lot of things, base 64 in code, URL decode. You can utilize all these things, and there are also, like, you can customize the error which is being sent. And where is that? Yeah, here, default if null. So default if null or empty. So what it will do, it will return the first string if it is not null or empty, otherwise it will return the second string. So let's just copy this up and paste in here. So limit, so we will get this from if first string is not null, ctx.args dot reserve args dot what it was, I think it was page size. Okay, so dot page size, not size, it's size. Okay, if not, then what we will do is, we will do default is 10. Okay, and we could have, like, put it some maximum number like 10 or something, but for now this should work. And then what we need to do is, like, we need to pass next token here as well. So whatever the token which will be sent there, so let me show you. Here is, oh, we did not get the token. Okay, we did not specify next token. If I run it again, we should, next token is null. Okay, because we don't have next page, so it is null. Okay guys, so we will do this next token. It will be pretty straightforward. Dollar ctx.args.next token. Pretty straightforward, right? And don't forget the quotes. It's bad programming language, or even like templating language. It's not a programming language. I saved it. Let's run again, and next token is still null. Maybe caching issue, right? Who knows? CTX result next token, and the limit thing should also work. Let's run this again, and mapping true or false. Okay, so I don't know what's the issue. We are sending the next token to null, so I think there is this issue. Okay, so we will be using this same thing, empty, and yeah. So we will have to add a check. Let's see, like if it is null, then we will, like if it is empty, then we will just do null. Okay, this is how they do it in the docs, I think. Okay, and also we need to do this util, like I don't think we need null, but we need util dot to JSON. Yeah, we need to convert the token into JSON again. Why I keep like it's to JSON. Okay, let's see if this works. Still error dollar util. Okay, so let's put that thing util.default to null and empty stuff, and if it is empty, we do this null. I mean, I know this is a lot of work, but guys, a lot of things you are getting ease. Unrecognized token util was expecting array. Default to null or blank. Here I need to set blank, and here as well. Okay, I have done this first, and then like I'm teaching you, obviously. Okay guys, so we have got a problem here. So what I should have done is like make it in a template string so that this becomes a string, and this as well. I don't know, this is how it works. Let's save the resolver and try again. Wow, this is so painful. Okay guys, so what were we missing? A comma? Huh? A comma? Seriously? A comma? Okay, so we don't have tests, like I'm not going to write, I'll just debug it like this. And yeah, see, here we get this token, and we only have 10 items, we don't have that stuff. So if we pass like the page size to be like just 2, so if I do this, I'll get only 2 items. How cool it is. And to get the next item, I'll have to, let's make this a variable, and I can just put how do you put yeah, so next token, and I'll paste this value. It's a large JWT token. I'm not sure why it is, but let's try to get some data. So you see, like me or not, v2. Okay, let's change the page size to 15. We should be able to see I am lost. Okay, and if we use the next token again, it's a lot of pain. Okay, I think this is fine. We should be able to get this last item which I had. I am lost too. Okay, and if I run this again, I am lost too, as you can see. And the next token is null, means we don't have any more tokens. And I think we are almost done. We just need to map this ID null, and here it is going to be fun because we are going to run a for each. Okay, do a for each. All right, so it sounds crazy, but let me show you. So mapping template reference, programming guide, and here we have this loops. Not that strange, but yeah, it is there. So start and then we do this range. So okay, we are good with this, and you read the docs. If you did not, I am here for you. So here again, like, we will make a variable. So set variable for value, and we will set this result there, right? This result, and we will have to loop it. So instead of making it variable, I'll make items, and to get the size of the array we can do, or let's try this first. I just want to try this for item in items, maybe see if it works. So I'll just make it I, and yeah, this is how the for each is written, and at last it ends as well. So and I think something like this, yeah. And inside we can do our crazy, like whatever you want to do. So let's we need to like get the item and update the ID. Okay, so we can do hash set variable. So we can do item. I tried this other day, it did not work. So dot get we can do, and then we can pass the I, $I, and then we can, okay, first let's grab the value, like grab the item const. Oh no, I am writing JavaScript now. So set, and here it will be current. I don't know, like C item current CUR item. It will be $I dot, no, $items dot get, and it will be $I. So we are getting the like whatever, like 1 2 3 indexes, and like I'm setting it to the current item. And then what we need to do is we need to like this won't work probably, but let's just try. So I'll do like whatever the from the current item, I'll access the what was the ID, GSI one, sorry, SK in caps. Yeah, this should work. No, here I need to do item.I.id, but no, I don't think so this will work. But let's return the items here. In the songs, I'll return items. Okay, let's save resolver and run it again. It's still null, maybe caching issue. Still null. Okay, so let's do this. So to test this thing out, guys, so you'll have to do create a new text test. Here I'll do with Cognito and auto mock. We need to mock the result. So edit test. In result we only have token. Oh, okay, we need let me just paste the thing which I have from another. I'll just Oh, paste this. So I'm just like in results, I'm returning the array of items. I'll save this and I'll run the test. So we are getting this. It's working. Here it's working, but let's see here. ID is null. That is bad. Okay, this is response mapping template songs. Their like testing suite is just bad. So I'll have to keep putting this in. Let's make a new set. New items, maybe anything you can call, and this will be empty array right now. And what can we do in the loop? Maybe is it looping or not looping? I don't know. So let me just comment this out. I don't know. Set, and I'll just do this like new items. Can we? I don't think so. We can do that. To push methods in array, we will have to do is like this new items dot add. Yeah. So if you go in this array, we have dot add. Where is it? Alright, let's debug this, guys. So item in items, so I am setting this all up. So let's comment this up, and I'll do this. It totally depends if there I'll just do item. It should show item here in this top. Yeah. Okay, so we are getting like 3 objects. Okay, so in this item is like, what can we do is we can modify this item and put it back here. Okay, so new items, I need to remove set, but you will find there will be another issue, right? Because new items dot add. So item, can we modify item? I am not sure. Let's check their example again. No, I don't think so. Or what? Let's try that. Okay, we will do hash set. How was it? Hash set variable, so it will be item, and we will update the id. So item dot id equals to, for now let's just call it test. Get rid of this, and we will add new item as like item. Okay, new items, and let's okay, let's log this. So I'll do $items, run test. So we get this array and we have all this. This is really bad. Amazon definitely needs to fix this. So we have different objects, and the thing is you can't copy in this as well because it's shadow DOM, and you can see we are getting this true stuff. Okay, so to silence that again, we will use that quiet thing which I showed you. How many true? 3 true. So dollar. Why is it doing like I should here? Okay, yeah, 3 true is because this is running 3 times. So util dot qr and I'll just do this, then it should be gone by now, I think. Let's run test again. Yeah, it is gone. We only have object now. So we will just do this sk. We will get the dollar item dot sk. For right now, let's see if we can like get rid of this thing and remove this as well and uncomment this and see what we are getting. Let's run. Okay, this is fine. Let's save resolver and let's run it. Okay, here we go. We did it, guys. We did it. So this is ID. I am lost. Now we need to just remove the song. It is pretty straightforward. We will just do substring, right? You still remember that thing? That substring in Java. So here we will do substring and I'll pass 5 as before. So save resolver. Let's run it again. The cache. Okay. And here we go. So we have this perfect ID. If we remove this like token, so let's run it. Okay, unused variable. Okay, it will give error for unused variable. That is so insane. Okay, let's get rid of this variable. This as well. Next token, let's send it empty string. We should get the like me not v2 and it's the token. Yeah, so we are pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this. You learned a lot of things here. Coding in VTL. That's thing that was the thing which we learned. Yeah, velocity template language VTL. Okay guys, so if you did learn, make sure to like share and subscribe so that like I put this useful information and you can learn a lot of things. You can directly reach me out for if you have any project or work, or you can support my work if you just want to like show the generosity of yourself. You can just donate me on Patreon, PayPal, I don't know, somewhere, or to my bank details. Okay, bye bye. I hope you have a great day. Bye.